Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. That's what I say about this show. Freeman Gosden, Charles Correll, Amos and Andy, going back to October 29th, 1952. This episode entitled Momma's Big Romance.
Andy, you know what that music say?
Yes, sir, Amos. That music say, good health to all from Rexall.
The Amos and Andy Show, written by Joe Connolly and Bob Mosher, featuring Ernestine Wade, Johnny Lee, Amanda Randolph, Roy Glenn, Jeff Alexander's music, yours truly, Harlow Wilcox, and starring radio's all-time favorites, Freeman Gosden and Charles Correll. Amos and Andy.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Charles Correll. I want to call your attention to Rexall's big midwinter sale that's going strong right now at Rexall drugstores. This is a sale where you get more than your money's worth. Your Rexall family druggists of bedrock bargains on practically every conceivable kind of household need. Do yourselves a favor. Shop and save. Midwinter sale. On now at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
The Kingfish's wife, Sapphire, and her mother have been acting strange lately and seem to be sharing some big secret. However, it looks like the cat is going to get out of the bag because right now Sapphire is getting ready to tell her husband, George, about her mother's engagement.
Yes, George, it looks like very soon now we may have a new member of the family.
Oh, Sapphire, this is wonderful. After all these years. I can just see him now. A little fella, about 7 pounds with cute little dimples.
Well, no, George. He weighs about 170 pounds and has a mustache.
Listen, I don't know too much about it, but I know they don't come that way.
George, I'm talking about Mama's boyfriend.
Oh, your mama's got a boyfriend?
Yes, George, and it looks serious. The man's name is Melvin Thompson, and I think you ought to meet him.
Melvin? Yeah, I'd like to meet the boy. When is visiting hours?
That's not funny, George. They met through mutual friends. He's been a widower for several years, and he said Mama reminded him of his first wife.
Before or after she kicked the bucket?
George, Mama happens to be serious about this man, and I want you to... Oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I
found you. Holy mackerel. You might have found it, but it sounded like you found it under a rock.
Shut up, skin top. Oh, Sapphire, I'm so happy. I just talked to Melvy on the telephone.
Melvy? Well, now, ain't that swellvy?
Sapphire, I see flowers in the snow. I see the sun shining though it's raining. And I hear birds sing, even though there's none there.
Listen, Mama, has you been slugging that cough medicine again?
Now, listen, I only take that cough medicine for my cold.
Then why do you put an olive in it? Anyway, you would think the old goat is going to propose to you the way you acting.
Now listen, Melvin ain't no old goat. He's more of a man than you is.
Yes, that's enough of that, George. Are you going to see him tonight, Mama?
Yes. We're going to a picture. It'll have to be the late show, though, because he don't get out of the precinct till 8 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I guess, excuse me, Mama, what kind of sink is the boy getting out of?
The 23rd precinct.
Yes, Mama's boyfriend Melvin is a police captain.
Holy mackerel, a police captain. I never thought in my old age I'd wind up having a flatfoot for a daddy, though.
So, Kingfish, your mom-in-law is crushed up on a police captain, huh?
Oh, yes, Andy. You ain't never seen such a change in the old gal in your life. Yeah, she got her hair dyed, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all except for a fashionable gray streak down the center.
Yeah, how do it look?
Well, she's quite a sight, Andy. With them white streak going down the center of her head and them buck teeth, she looked like what would happen if you crossed a skunk with a beaver.
You know something? I can't understand the police captain falling for your mom-in-law. You wouldn't think they'd let him on the force with a stigmatism that bad, would you?
Well, you know, he ain't no bargain himself. He got kind of a queer look about him. When he squints at you through them bushy eyebrows, you don't know whether he's sizing you up for a future son-in-law or trying to remember if he sees your face in the lineup that morning.
Well, I guess Sapphire's pretty happy about the whole situation, huh?
Yeah, she having a little dinner party for the captain tonight. And I done talked her into inviting you too, Anna, so I want you to come over there.
Me? Well, what you want me up there for?
Well, now, I figured that you and me could kind of gang up on the boy, kind of drop some little gentle hints into the conversation about what a fine wife the mother-in-law would make. You know, keep the matrimonial ball rolling.
Oh, yeah, you figured that you found the right wart for the old toad, huh?
Yeah, I don't think of this fella so much as a future father-in-law as I does as a mother-in-law disposal unit. Well, Sapphire, dear, don't Andy look nice all dressed up there in the tuxedo?
Well, I'll have to admit, Andy, for once in your life, you does look very presentable.
Yeah, well, this suit is kind of giving out at the seams, though. And another thing, I was at a buffet supper last week, and I reached over to harpoon a piece of smoked salmon with my fork, and my sleeve fell in the punch bowl.
Yeah, I see it there. The way that grape juice stained it there kind of give it a nice two-tone effect there.
Now, listen, I don't want no nonsense tonight. I don't want nobody to spoil Mama's chances of getting remarried.
Well, now, don't worry. Everything gonna be all right. By the way, where is,
Well, hello, everybody. I'm all dressed. How do I look, folks?
Why, Mama, you look lovely. That new dress is so attractive, and that flower lay around your neck just sets it right on.
Yeah. You don't look bad at all, Mama-in-law, dear, do she, Andy?
No, and you know something, Miss Smith? With them flowers hanging around your neck, you remind me of somebody.
I do, Andy.
Yeah, let me think here. Oh, yeah, I got it. Count Fleet, the year he won the Kentucky Derby.
Listen, Andy Brown, if I didn't have so much refinement and culture, I'd smack you right into kissing.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Now, everybody, no fights. I want everything to go perfect, and... Oh, that must be Captain Thompson. I'll answer it.
Oh, it's Melvy. I'm so thrilled.
Holy mackerel, Mama. I think at your age, that kind of reaction was dead. This is like seeing an old telephone pole break out in buds.
Come in, Captain Thompson. We've all been waiting for you.
Oh, Melvy.
Why, good evening, Ramona. My, you're looking your usual lovely self tonight. I might even say you look beautiful. Radiant.
Yeah, listen to that, Andy. No wonder they wanted to investigate the police department.
And, Captain, you know my husband, George.
Oh, yes. How is your night, Captain? Any flatfoots is a friend of my mother-in-law is a friend of mine.
Well, how are you, Stevens?
And, Captain Thompson, this is my husband's associate, Mr. Andrew Brown.
Glad to know you, Brown.
Likewise, your police ship.
Well, Melvy, now that you're here, we can start dinner.
Oh, fine. Say, Brown, excuse me for staring at you, but your face looks familiar.
You do? Well, now that you mention it, it's familiar to me, too.
You seen Mr. Brown before, Captain?
Well, it seems so. Ever work for the government, Brown?
The government?
Yes. Somehow I associate your face with the post office.
Dinner served. Come on, Andy, let's get in here.
That was a lovely dinner, Ramona. A lovely dinner.
Oh, thank you, Melvy.
Yeah, Mama cooked it with her own little hands. Yeah, she's a great little homebody, all right. Irons a nice shirt, too, Captain.
Well, now, I'll take care of the dishes. Mama, you and Melvin can go in the living room.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go in the living room with you folks. Oh, my shin. Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Kingfish, you stay here and I'll go in the living room with him. Ow, my leg. Sapphire, you got a dog around here someplace. Somebody's kicking us in the shins.
Andy, you better help us with the dishes, too. Stay out here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Come on, Melvy.
To the living room, Ramona.
Oh, dear, I'm so nervous. I hope the captain's in a romantic mood.
Yeah, well, there ain't nothing like giving Cupid a helping hand. I think I'll go down to the basement and blow the fuses in the living room.
Yes, Amos, the Kingfish's mom-in-law is engaged to be married.
Yeah, well, this is something, man. Captain Thompson done proposed and the wedding set for the first of next week. I bet the Kingfish is really happy, all right.
Oh, yeah, it's a big worry off of him, all right.
Yeah, Ruby said that Sapphire's happy about it, too, but that she awfully nervous, too, you know.
Oh, sure. She's afraid the Kingfish will do something to mess up the thing. And she say if he do, she's gonna leave him for good. She done laid down the law. She give him a ultimatum.
Well, I don't blame Sapphire for being nervous. The Kingfish got a knack for messing up things. And I don't want to throw a wet blanket on it, but I just got a feeling in my bones that Kingfish is liable to mess up that wedding before it take place.
Yeah, well, I won't feel exactly safe about the thing either till I see Sapphire's mama and that police captain come out of the church and pass beneath that arch of cross nightsticks with the handcuffs jingling, "Here comes the bride."
October 29th, 1952, Amos and Andy on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you can get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that's MediShare. You get both. The typical family saves $500 a month switching to MediShare. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. It's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network, so yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. If you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number you need. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, more of Amos and Andy, October 29th, 1952.
Well, there's the automobile, folks. Isn't it a beauty?
Oh, Melvin, I don't think I ever seen a more beautiful car in my life. And my favorite color, a green sedan.
It is beautiful, Captain Thompson. Just beautiful.
Look inside here, folks. Look at this dashboard.
Melvin, I don't think I ever seen more buttons in my whole life.
Yes, I've got all my police equipment in here. Two-way radio, switch for the siren, special lights, quite a few buttons on the dashboard, all right.
I think it's wonderful. You and Mama driving to Niagara Falls for your honeymoon in this beautiful brand new car.
Oh, I'm so excited. Won't you come in, Melvin? We'll have some tea.
Well, fine.
You think the car's all right here in front of the apartment? Don't you think you ought to lock it?
No, it's all right. No one bothers a policeman's car.
Yeah, Andy, tell you what, I'll let you off in front of my house, and then you won't have such a long walk home.
Yeah, say, you got your old car fixed up, didn't you? It ain't running bad.
Oh, it's running pretty good. The brakes ain't working too good, though. Well, here's my apartment house. I'll park around here someplace and leave you off.
Yeah. Hey, there's a nice parking space.
Where, Andy?
Right there between that big green sedan and that delivery truck.
Oh, yeah. I'll park in front of the green sedan. Let me stop the car here.
You only missed it by half a block.
These brakes ain't too good. I'll back up here. Yeah, I better use the foot brake and the...
You think you can back in there? You ain't got too much space.
Oh, I'll get out the car, Andy, and guy. All right. All set, Andy?
Yep. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Whoa! Hey, cut your wheels, Kingfish, and go forward.
All right. Now, tell me how I'm doing.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Whoa!
Does you think that you could get the whoa just a little ahead of the impact? I'm going to back up again now.
Okay. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Whoa! Don't work that way neither.
You better look and see if I done any damage to that green car behind us.
Yeah, let me look back there. Hey, Kingfish, you done banged it up pretty hard. The bumpers is locked.
Yeah, well, I'll pull up a little, Andy. How's that, Andy? Is the bumper clear?
Yeah, clear off his car.
I think I'll back up now. That'll do the job.
All right. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Whoa! We come out together that time. Holy mackerel, Kingfish, look at that. This time you done caved in the grill on that new car behind us.
Oh, me. Say, wait a minute. Look at there. Some people is looking out of the window across the street. Oh, me, I ain't got no calamity insurance neither.
Yeah. Hey, you must have done around $200 damage to that car, too.
Listen, Andy, I'll get out of here. Listen, you take this car, drive my car over to your place, and park it in the back somewhere.
Yeah, but King...
Never mind, Andy. Get the car out of here. Get it out of here like I tell you now. Drive it away. Well, I'll get on in my apartment here.
Is that you, George?
Oh, yeah, honey, I was home.
George, come on in the living room.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Thompson is here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Stevens, how are you this evening?
Oh, I was fine, future papa-in-law, dear.
I'm glad you're home, George. We're going to have a nice hot supper, and then Melvin is going to take us all for a ride.
A ride?
Yes, Captain Thompson has his new car with him. He parked it out in front of the apartment.
Up, it did, up. My bridge popped out of my mouth on me that time.
Yeah, Stevens, it's a big green sedan, parked right in front of the entrance. I don't see how you could have missed it.
I didn't. I mean,
Well, come along, Melvin. You can help us get the dishes out. You might just as well get used to it, you know.
Holy mackerel. Wait till they find out I done busted up Captain Thompson's car. Hey, but wait a minute. Sure, there ain't no way they can trace it to me. Oh, yeah, I is in the clear. They'll never find out. The door. Lucky and they got my car out of there. Yeah, what is it?
My name is Dobson. I live across the street.
Yeah?
So I've tried every apartment in the building. I'm looking for the owner of a new green sedan that's parked out in front.
You looking for the owner?
Yeah, I got a little bad news for him. The car's been banged up a bit by a hit-and-run driver.
You don't mean to tell me. Now, ain't that a shame?
Yeah. But my wife saw the other car leave and got its license number.
Up, there go my bridge again. This is where the car belongs. You got the license number with you? You got it?
No. Well, I wanted to be helpful, so I wrote the license number on a piece of paper and slipped it in the glove compartment of the green car.
Well, now, wasn't that nice of you?
Well, I was just trying to be neighborly.
Yeah, well, you being neighborly. Now get on out of here.
What kind of talk is that?
Now listen, Nosey, beat it before I lose my temper and bust you right in the mouth. Holy mackerel, they got the license number. I have sunk now. Everything is ruined. My marriage, the marriage there with Sapphire.
George, who was at the door?
Nobody, Sapphire. See you later. I'm going out, Sapphire.
But, George, supper's just about ready. Everything will get cold. You want us to keep something warm on the stove for you?
Never mind the food. Just tell Mama to keep the gas on for me till I get back, will you?
I don't have time in this segment to discuss some of the correspondence I get regarding Amos and Andy, but I make it clear that, as the late philosopher George Santayana said in The Life of Reason, The Phases of Human Progress back in 1905, progress, far from consisting in change, depends upon retentiveness. When change is absolute, there remains no being to improve, and no direction is set for possible improvement. Those who cannot remember the past are doomed to repeat it. Amos and Andy, October 29th, 1952, on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Amos and Andy, October 29th, 1952.
Now look, Calhoun, I beat it over here as quick as I could. Now the folks is eating supper at home right now, but they'll be through in less than an hour. Calhoun, what is it going to do?
Wait a minute, Chair. Before you ask me what you must do, tell me what is you done. I can't do no undoing before I know what it did and you done did.
Now look, Calhoun, I banged up my future papa-in-law's car. I think I was in the clear, but some snoopy neighbor done got the number of my license, you see.
Oh, I see. Then you was in a bad spot.
Yeah, you see, in about a half hour, Mama and Sapphire and the police captain will have finished supper, and then they going for a ride in the car. Now, that's where my license number in the glove compartment of the police captain's car.
Well, if that's all the evidence they got against you, the thing to do is get it out of there.
Yeah, I got a half an hour. Maybe I can get a hold of Andy and he can stand guard till I get the license number out of the glove compartment of the policeman's car.
Yeah, that's the only solution.
Yeah, but what is I going to do if Sapphire and Mama and the captain come out there and catch me breaking into the car?
Well, you gotta be nonchalant. Take a lesson from history. Look what happened during the Franco-Persian War when Baron von Hertzinger was caught by the emperor and his guards coming out of the German treasury with a bag of gold under each arm.
Yeah, well, what did he do?
He looked his emperor in the eye, clicked his heels and said, "Du Wilhelm von Strudelbergel von Glutenstruck von Strashaven."
What did that mean?
Send for the wagon and we'll all take a ride.
Hurry up now, Andy, hurry up. They will almost be finished supper. Now, we gotta work fast, Andy.
Okay, Kingfish, but I don't like this busting into a police captain's car. You know something? If a fella get caught at this, it might get him a bad character reference.
Yeah, now, here's the car. Now, here's the green car, Andy. Now, look here. Let's get the license number out of the glove compartment.
Yeah, well, hurry up, Kingfish. I was nervous.
Boy, it's dark in here. We should have brung a flashlight.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the glove compartment button. Yeah, here's a button here.
Holy mackerel, Kingfish, you hit the wrong button. You turned on the headlights. Turn them off, quick.
Oh, yeah. Now I'll, say, wait a minute, Andy. Look who just come around the corner, a policeman.
Oh, man.
Quick, out of the car, Andy, quick.
Yeah.
Maybe he ain't see us.
Oh, Kingfish, what must we do?
Listen, Andy, he'll probably just walk by. Just act nonchalant.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Andy, the stock market did pretty good today. The bears and the bulls been freezing out there with the ceiling prices.
Hey, you two.
Uh-oh.
Yes, officer.
Whose car is this?
Andy, he wants to know whose car this is.
What car?
What car, officer?
The car you're leaning on.
You mean the car we're leaning on, Andy?
The green car?
The green car?
Yes, the green car.
He said the green car, Andy.
What do you want to know about it?
What you want to know about it, officer?
Whose car is it?
Andy, you want to know whose car it is?
What car?
Say, what's going on here? Just look at this car. The front's all banged up. And you fellas are acting mighty suspicious.
Oh, yes, sir. You see, that's the trouble. You see, this is my new car, and the thing got banged up, and that's what we're both upset about.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We is awful upset, mister.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Well, you better go down to the precinct and make out an accident report.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we intend to do. Go right down to the precinct, yeah. We're going down there and speak to our good friend, Captain Thompson.
Oh, you're friends with Captain Thompson. Well, I'm sorry I bothered you.
Oh, think nothing of it, officer. That's all right. Carry on and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, good night.
Yeah, good night. Well, there he goes around the corner, Andy. Yeah, back in the car. Come on, right now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hurry up now and get to that glove compartment. Get it open.
Yeah, I think this is the glove compartment button, but the thing must be stuck.
Well, this is a new car. Maybe the button to open it ain't where it should be.
Yeah, it's got to be here someplace. We'll start here and push every button on the dashboard here. Come on, let's push him on.
I can't understand where George is. We finished supper 15 minutes ago.
Yes, and George knows we all want to take a ride in the new car.
Well, that's all right. I'm content just to sit here and listen to the radio.
Oh, is there something special on, Captain?
Well, no. I'm just trying to get the police band tuned in. Ah, there we are. I like to check up with the police calls. You see, when we, Hey, well, that sounds like one of our squad cars coming in now.
Kingfish, I've been pressing on this button here, but nothing happens.
Why, that's Andy Brown.
Shut up, Andy, you big dummy. It's bad enough we busted up Captain Thompson's car. If he ever found out we broke into it, he'd never be sucker enough to take that old mother-in-law off our hands.
October 29th, 1952, Amos and Andy on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, an episode of the soap opera Claudia, October 29th, 1948.
And now, Claudia.
Mama, you asleep yet?
It's just too bad if I were.
Oh, I'm glad you're not. I'd hate to have to wake you up.
I thought you'd gone to bed.
I'm on my way. I came to borrow something from you.
I think that's what you keep a mother around for, to borrow things from her.
Well, aren't you glad you're good for something?
Small pittance. What is it you want from me this time?
Do you have an old pair of white cotton gloves?
White cotton gloves?
Yeah.
Didn't you just say you were on your way to bed?
Yes.
Now you want to borrow a pair of white cotton gloves?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't that wait for tomorrow morning?
Well, I want them tonight.
Let me get this straight. You're going to bed, and you want a pair of white cotton gloves to go to bed with?
Exactly.
Does your head ache very badly?
Mama, for heaven's sakes, what's so strange about wanting to borrow a measly pair of white cotton gloves? I don't want your good ones. I want your oldest, worst ones.
I'll ask no questions. I don't even want to know the reason. I probably wouldn't believe it if I was told.
It's very simple.
No, don't tell me. Now, in what drawer do I keep... Oh, yes. Yes, this one.
Mama, be sure to give me your oldest pair.
Oh, don't worry. I have no intention of giving you my best for whatever it is you wanted.
I don't know what you're thinking, Mrs. Brown, but I just want these white gloves to wear.
I didn't expect you to hang them around your neck.
They are for my hands.
Oh, I thought we were wearing white gloves on our feet this season.
If you'd listen, they are to keep my skin nice and smooth when I go to bed.
Of course. Then when you get up, it doesn't matter what happens to them.
You certainly are being gay tonight, Mama.
Yeah, here's a nice old pair. How are these?
Perfect. They have 2 holes in them. Thanks, Mama.
Don't thank me. Just leave me alone so I can get my beauty sleep.
Sleep late. Don't bother about waking up for breakfast.
I don't need that much beauty sleep, thank you. I take it you meant that as an insult.
Of course I did. So long, Mama.
Close the door well, or it'll rattle all night.
Doors in houses that David builds don't rattle. Remember that. I'm back, David. Oh, you're not in bed yet.
I will be in a jiffy. Mama asleep?
Heavens, no. You think I'd wake her up?
I think you would. I haven't brushed my teeth yet, so don't hog the sink.
I never hog anything. Oh, it's a beautiful night, isn't it? It's so clear and cold. It's going to be wonderful sleeping up here in the winter, isn't it?
Huh. Have you ever had any trouble sleeping?
No, but I just expect to enjoy it more up here. Say, David, how do I look to you?
Same as usual.
Am I wearing well, would you think?
Wearing well? Wearing what?
Am I well preserved for my age?
I'd say you look just about as old as you are, and you act at least 10 years younger than you are.
You're sure I don't look any older than I are?
Ooh, hard to tell. I'm so used to you.
You're a big help.
You're not bad looking, nothing sensational about you. I don't suppose I'd turn around on the street if you walked by me, but you're pleasant to have around.
Don't knock yourself out giving me compliments.
I won't.
Oh, sometimes I wish I...
Stop wishing anything, darling. I married you because you're you. You're all I want.
But me doesn't sound very exciting. Why couldn't I have been born with lavender eyes and auburn hair? Beautiful, smooth skin like a rose
There
petal.
isn't anything the matter with your skin or your eyes or your hair. The only thing the matter with you is your brain.
My brain's all right. I have you.
Then what do you want with lavender eyes and auburn hair? You have me without them, too. Aren't you satisfied?
You don't understand. I'd love it if you thought I was the most beautiful woman in the whole world.
Maybe you are. To me.
Am I?
Hey, what brought all of this on, anyway?
Oh, nothing. Except you're so handsome in your pajamas.
You look pretty nifty in yours, too. Now, skadoodle, I want to brush my teeth.
It's a lucky thing I don't have an inferiority complex as big as a watermelon.
I don't know what gets into women. You meet them, you court them, you propose to them, you marry them, and then for no reason they want you to tell them that they're beautiful. Hey, where are you?
I'm in the bathroom.
You think you'll want an extra blanket tonight?
Dip your finger out the window, see what it's like.
I did. It's cold.
Why are you bothering me about the extra blanket?
Because you're the boss of the household.
Since when?
Since I promoted you from boss junior grade.
Now, what have I done to deserve that?
Oh, I'm a very generous guy. Hey, Claudia, for heaven's sake, hurry up. I want to get to bed before the sun rises.
All right. You can go in now.
Well, thanks. Very... Claudia.
What's the matter?
Your face. What have you done with it?
My face, David? Well, I haven't done anything with it.
It looks like patent leather.
Oh, such a fuss. I just put a little nourishing cream on it.
Nourishing cream? What for?
For my face.
You look terrible. Take it off.
It's a means to an end. I can't take it off.
What's the end?
No wrinkles, beautiful skin.
Well, there's nothing the matter with your skin.
Not
Take it
yet,
off.
maybe, but Julia said that I...
Oh, now you're listening to my sister-in-law.
Well, she knows more about these things than you do or I do.
That's all she knows about.
Now, that's not true, and you know it, David. You said yourself she has a wonderful brain for stocks.
Well, what did my esteemed sister-in-law say?
Nothing, except if I don't want to get wrinkles or dry skin, I should take care of myself now. Also, I have freckles.
You have 3.
4.
No, I know that. 4. 4 on the bridge of your nose, and I like them.
You're not supposed to.
I don't care if I'm not supposed to. I like them. You leave them right there. I married you for those 4 freckles.
At last I know the reason. Well, anyway, what's so terrible about me putting a little nourishing cream on my face?
It's not a crime. It's just that it's not you.
That's good.
Why can't women leave themselves alone? The minute a woman gets a man, she starts trying to change herself, improving herself. Doesn't she realize that her husband married her because of the way she was?
Well, I'm just trying to keep myself the way I was. I'm getting older. If I don't take care of myself, I'll look a mess when
you're 20.
Well, I don't see why you're making such a fuss about me putting a little nourishing cream on my face.
Yes, looks so sticky it'll get all over the pillowcases.
I'll put a towel on the pillowcase.
Then it'll get all over the towel.
Well, that's what the towel is for. Now, where are my gloves?
Your gloves?
Certainly, I want to put them on. That's what I borrowed them from Mama for. Put them on so the cream will stay on my hands all night.
Your hands, too?
Oh, they're the first things that show age.
Julia says.
Julia knows. She pays a fortune to find these things out. I'm not too proud to learn secondhand.
Well, all I can say is you look pretty ridiculous going to bed with your gloves on.
Oh, wait till you see my hands in the morning. You'll sing another tune.
You look so greasy.
It washes off.
I doubt it.
Oh, you're so sweet. You make me feel so good, darling. David, this is the best nourishing cream on the market. It's quite expensive. It'll do wonders.
The wonder is that you're willing to buy anything expensive.
Oh, I didn't buy it.
No?
No, I got it free. I bought cleansing cream, and they gave me this little tube as a sample.
Oh.
Someday I'll use the cleansing cream, too. When I need to be cleansed.
The workings inside of your head are really unique. They should be written up in a medical journal.
There. I feel all wonderful and sticky. I bet you Julia notices a difference the next time she sees me. Even if you don't.
I noticed the difference already.
You do?
Bad.
Thanks. Hey, I thought you were in such a hurry to brush your teeth.
I was. That's what I'm doing. I must admit you paralyzed me, all nourished up with cream. Shall I put out the light when I'm through?
Put it out. I'm practically in bed now. David, what's the matter? Oh, David, I can't understand a word you're saying. What's the matter?
My mouth is all stuck together. I can't talk.
David, are you sick, darling? What happened? Try and talk quietly. I can't understand you.
What's happening in here? I thought I heard someone shout.
It's David, Mom. I don't know what's gotten into him.
David, what's the trouble?
He's in the bathroom, Mama, just brushing his teeth, and I was getting to bed, and all of a sudden Well, look at him.
David, calm down. What is it?
He's foaming at the mouth. David, you're drooling on the carpet, darling. Mom, is he having a stroke?
Now, David, just tell us. What is it? What happened?
Nourishing cream.
Oh, darling, I can't understand a word you're saying. You talk as if your mouth is stuck together with cement.
He has a wild look.
No.
What is it, David?
No, not
Say
cement.
it again, slowly.
I'm saying it. Not nourishing cream, not cement.
What?
He says nourishing cream. Is that what you said, David? Just nod. He's nodding, Claudia.
Nourishing cream? It's on my face, David.
On my toothbrush.
On your toothbrush?
I thought it was toothpaste.
Mama, he says he thought it was toothpaste.
Oh, is that all? You have a mouthful of nourishing cream.
It's all sticky. I can't talk. I feel like the back of an envelope.
Mama, should we help him?
Well, I don't know what we can do.
How does one take nourishing cream off? I don't know. I just put it on.
I suppose he ought to wash his mouth out.
Will somebody do something? I'm going to be sick.
Let me see. Washing doesn't take off creams and oils, does it?
No, water and oil doesn't mix.
No. Well, then what do you think you ought to do, Mama?
Oh, this is awful. Wait till I get you for this.
I know, Mama. Soap.
That's right, Claudia, soap.
No.
David, we think you ought to wash your mouth out with soap.
Nice,
shut up,
strong soap. I'll go down and get the kitchen soap.
If you move, I'll... Oh, this is the worst stuff I ever take.
David, don't just stand there. Do something,
I'm
dear.
going to do something. I'm going to take you over my knee and give you a whaling.
You're going to take me over your knee. What have I done?
You left the top off that tube. You left it right next to my toothbrush. You had to go out and buy it in the first place.
If you don't look before you brush, that's not my fault, David Norton. Besides, I'm the one who should take you over my knee.
I'm dizzy. It's so sticky.
Just because the cream says nourishing cream is no reason why you should eat it.
Try and swallow it, David. It's mainly vegetable oil.
Swallow it. No, not that.
If you weren't so pathetic looking, I'd be furious with you. My nourishing cream, the most expensive cream on the market. You had to go wasting it, eating it, brushing your teeth with it.
Are you scolding me?
David, don't look at me like that.
That was the end. Hand me the hairbrush, Mother.
I don't blame you, David. Here's the brush.
David, what are you going to do?
Lean over, young woman.
David, don't do that. Hey! darling.
Oh, you too.
The pleasant custom of pausing to hear a favorite radio show in the midst of the day's work can be made even pleasanter if you get a bottle of Coca-Cola from the refrigerator before the program begins. Delicious ice-cold Coke is always welcome, and even the best of entertainment is more appealing when you listen refreshed.
Oh, Mr. King,
Yes, Mrs. Brown.
tell me, how can David get rid of the flavor of nourishing cream on his palate?
Let me see. How about a little kerosene, maybe?
An excellent suggestion, I'll tell him.
Just don't say I suggested it.
He's scrubbing away at this very moment with soap and toothpaste.
Oh, I feel for David. Must be quite a shock to think you have toothpaste in your mouth and find nourishing cream.
Well, I guess I better let you get back to what you were going to say. We'd all planned to get to bed very early tonight, and here it is late again.
Yes, that's right. David's going back to work Monday, isn't he?
Yes, the first day since his accident. Quite an event.
Indeed it is. Congratulate him for me.
I will. Goodbye, Joe.
So long, Mrs. Brown. As I was about to say, every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again Monday at the same time. And now this is Joe King saying au revoir.
Isn't it amazing to know that from 1948 until today, women still do all of that gook stuff to their faces, in their bodies? Claudia, October 29th, 1948, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit my webpage, classicradio.stream. Stream our shows on demand. Learn more about classic radio collecting. Contact me. Find lists of podcast sites where you can download our shows from. You can contact me. You can find our social media links. And if you enjoy what we do, you can buy me a copy to help us acquire additional classic radio theater programs. Thank you for tuning in. Thank this station. Support their advertisers. And as always, tell your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite station.